Welcome back to Open Everyone. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche for the next hour. Always inviting you to get social with us, online that is. Tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNetT or like us at Facebook, at BronxNet TV. And of course, don't forget, while you're there, follow moi on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, LinkedIn, and Snapchat at Rhina Valentin. So the Latina 50 Plus celebrates and highlights trailblazing Latina women over the age of 50. And every year, the organization has its annual luncheon award ceremony, honoring these women who were amongst the first in their profession to impact their community while dispelling common stereotypes of what it means to be Latina. Joining us to tell us more about this year's event and honorees, please welcome founder and president of Latina 50 Plus, Maria Aponte. Hello and welcome.
Hello.
Yes, besitos para ti también. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On having founded this organization and just forging forward and succeeding in honoring, I guess, an area we were lacking, right?
Lacking honoring of a certain age, bringing recognition to the decades of work that women have committed themselves to in their different career fields. So I am very humbled and blessed to see that this is the 6th year. I didn't think we were going to get past that hurdle, but we have. And so this year we're honoring another group of women who are amazing contributors to their career paths. A couple of updates and changes with the program. One of them is we are going to, the scholarship that I normally would have for education is now going to be called the Latina 50 Plus Legacy Scholarship. We are now opening it up to younger women.
Okay.
And so
That's interesting.
the age range is going to start at 25 to 50 plus and up. So it'll be a scholarship to assist them in their education if they're going to college, if they're going to graduate school.
Let's just backtrack a little bit and let's just share with everyone exactly Latina 50 Plus's purpose and the inspiration behind you creating this, because we were talking about the Latina 50 Plus, and now you're implementing the next generation because there's that mentorship factor, right? So let's talk about the women that do get honored and how they earn this acknowledgement.
Well, the women that get honored are that first of all, they're 50 and up, so their age ranges are 50 up to 80. And these are women who are dedicated to their career fields, which is art, community service, education, healthcare, literature, and law. So when they get selected, they're being honored in that category. So
and being honored in that category, do they have to service that category for a certain length of time?
Yeah, they've been committed in their career fields 25 years and up.
Got it.
That's what they stayed doing. Honoring artists, like this year we're honoring Magdalena Gomez, who's a playwright, one of our first Nuyorican women poets. It's like that's also another area that doesn't get looked at often, that there were a group of women that started out in the Nuyorican Poets Cafe in the 70s and the 80s,
that were part of this movement, yourself included.
Myself included.
Absolutely.
Well, technically, I'm considered the second generation.
You're the second generation?
I came in the late 70s.
I don't know. You sure you're not living in denial ahí? Porque I live in denial all the time. I'd be like, well,
no,
third
really.
generation.
My first time I read at the cafe was 79.
Okay.
So they started before me.
I really wasn't looking for the exact year.
No, but get factual on you.
All right, get factual. We need to document
that research
anyway.
Part of me.
All right, go for it.
So Magdalena, amazing artist. She's a playwright. She's a performance artist. We once had the opportunity of bringing her to Fordham University for Hispanic Heritage Month with Camelita Tropicana. And this is a woman that's working in her community, which is in Massachusetts, but she's created an entire community arts program for young people. She's doing theater work. Her plays are being performed all over the place. And so
And she's originally from the Bronx.
from the Bronx.
And she expanded
And-
out to
right.
Massachusetts.
And she's
right?
real. You know,
Yeah.
it's like she's
We
approachable,
love
she's
her. I love
lovable.
her.
I've known her for many years, so I'm so happy that when she was sent in as a nomination, that the advisory board selected her.
Awesome.
Our community service recipient this year is Luz Rodriguez, who has been in community service since the 70s. She also was at the Foundation Center. She's just an advocate for empowering people. Healthcare, we have from the Hispanic Nurse Association. Her name is Deborah Acevedo. Law is Lee Yamblis, who is also an immigrant advocate. So the list goes on with that. And then we have for education, Dr. Clara Rodriguez from Fordham University, who is one of my mentors. And Clara's work is all encompassing migration of Puerto Ricans to the United States and Puerto Ricans living in the United States. So she has tons and tons of books.
And your keynote?
And my keynote, Ana Castillo, international award-winning author who was my recipient for literature for 2015, and she just graciously said, "Can I be your keynote?" And so I try not to cry because so many people have just been so warm and helpful and wanting to see this happen because they thank me for creating this space.
Well, the truth is we need it.
Yes,
right?
we need it.
our
We
own
need it.
documentation, and in some form, it is a political statement, even though that may not have been your intention. It is.
We're nonpartisan.
Right,
Yeah.
right. However, it is a statement of like we exist and we matter.
Yeah, particularly in the environment that we're living in, where women are they're trying to push us out back to the 18th century. That's the only way I can phrase it without going off on a tangent on other things.
Right, right. I got it. That was nice.
Yeah.
Nicely put. It was like, well, we're just gonna
Yeah, you know.
vaguely tap into that because we can't really. We don't have the time for it.
So empowering, embracing, acknowledging, is also to give, going forward, helping our younger sisters to let them know that, you know what, we've done this, we're here, and you don't have to walk alone.
Right.
This is encouraging them to do more. It takes a lot for a single mom with a kid and then put themselves through school at night. And so originally I wanted to support the 50 plus community, but guess what? They all got back to me and they say, you know what? I think we need to help the younger ones. Don't give me the award. And I'm like, or the scholarship. And I'm going, but don't you know? No, I'm good. I'm retired. This is what.
Right.
And I said, okay, so
Interesting.
our first legacy recipient this year is going to be Shakti Castro, who is going back to Columbia University to start her PhD program in a program dealing with opioid addiction amongst the Puerto Rican community.
Beautiful.
That's deep.
It is deep,
And
and
she's
it's
a new,
needed
and
too.
she's a new mom.
That's
and
deep.
so, moving forward, when we open up the nominations in the fall, we will be including an application process for people to submit their nominees for the scholarship.
Beautiful. And before we go, the date and time of the luncheon?
It's going to be held at McGinley Ballroom, Fordham University, June 29th, 12:30 to 3:30. We're going to have an artisan fair that's running simultaneously. AARP and Bronx Care will be offering healthcare workshops, self-care workshops, one about keeping your brains together and the other one about life after menopause. So we're doing that in the morning. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
gotta
it's
be
all
out there,
good.
It's all
Like
good.
I said, I live in denial.
Yeah. And we're going to have live music. Retumba's going to be performing. Melteri Tucker from Bombasso. Every year, this is why I'm grateful, because these are folks that every year I get, what do you need? And you're one of them. You've been supporting me since Sor Juana, Lágrimas, my 2 books, and now this. So
This is how we do it.
not to make your feathers get more ruffled, because you have your angel wings.
Thank you. I appreciate
You are
that.
a blessing to our Bronx community.
Thank you.
And this is what I wanted to see when I was younger, and there was nothing out there in the landscape for us. because my generation, we had a fight. Like, where's the poetry reading? It's in the basement. Bring your lighter. What? There's no lights. And people would be reading from a piece of paper.
She can't help herself.
I
We're
can't
gonna
help
go
it. I
into a
got a lot of
history
stories.
lesson. I know.
I gotta tell you, that's why it's Latina 50 plus. It's about history and culture.
Absolutely, and it's
Thank
important
you
that
so much.
that we preserve it.
Yeah.
And thank you
Thank you.
for your
Mwah.
service. Mwah.
Love you.
Love you more, and thank you for passing it forward, because that's how we're doing it. And once again, you guys, the Latina 50 Plus Luncheon and Award Ceremony is taking place on June 29th, and that's happening from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Fordham University's McKinley Ballroom, located at 441 East Fordham Road. And for tickets, you can visit Eventbrite and type in 6th Annual Latina 50 Plus Luncheon /award. We do have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll hear about a short film shot right here in the Bronx. Don't go anywhere.